These are the new Footjoy Fuel spikeless golf shoes. Now this is a completely brand new line from Footjoy. They are due to launch on the 14th of January for around £140 here in the UK. In this video, I thought I would give you a closer look at these shoes. Now I will be doing a separate full review of these shoes because unfortunately I haven't been able to wear them out on the course yet. Now in terms of where Footjoy are positioning these shoes in their range, then these have got, as you can see, a very athletic look. They almost look like a pair of running shoes that are specifically designed for golf. You might have already spotted it, but if we take a closer look at the outsole of this shoe, you can see that it has taken a lot of inspiration from the Pro SL range. So with the latest Pro SLs, you have that kind of figure of 8 pattern. In fact, I might have a pair of Pro SLs around here somewhere. If you take a look and compare them against the Pro SLs there here on the left, and you've got the new Fuel on the right, you can see that there is a lot of inspiration going on there. And so definitely, these are trying to give you a good amount of grip out on the golf course with a focus on performance. They're not trying to be shoes that you wear off the golf course that you can play golf in. These are definitely trying to be golf shoes first. In fact, if you take a real close-up look, they're using the same kind of nub design on those shoes there. The upper of the shoe is a synthetic material, so it's not leather, which is a bit of a departure from Footjoy, who normally kind of use a traditional kind of leather. And you can see that you've got some texture on the shoe, so you've got these kind of hole patterns there, although they don't go right the way through, so they're just kind of designed. I don't think they're going to offer you any kind of additional breathability on the shoe. And then on the back kind of half of the shoe here, you've then got a different textured pattern running across the ankle there, right the way around the heel, and back on the inside of the shoe as well. In terms of design features as well, you've got a few different color options with these. This is the all white pair. When I say all white, then actually you've got the big large Footjoy sign on the back there in grey. You've got the grey stripe down the side, and then you've got a little bit of blue there on some of those lace loopholes on the front of the shoe. In terms of the midsole foam, you have got something called Strata Light. So in the Footjoy Hyperflex, they're using Strata Foam. In the Footjoy Fuel, they're using Strata Light. So I can only assume that that's, just a more lightweight version of the Strata Foam. However, I have worn these for a few days around the house, and I would say in terms of the softness underfoot, then they're kind of medium. They're not necessarily the softest shoes that you're ever gonna try. Certainly the Strata Foam that is on the Hyperflex is quite a bit softer, gives you a much kind of fluffier cloud-like walk underfoot, whereas these ones are a little bit firmer. I don't think I'm gonna have any problem with them walking 18 holes, that's not gonna be an issue, but certainly they're not necessarily the softest shoes in Footjoy's lineup. Now, I would say that you do need to go down at least half a size in these shoes, because personally I do find that Footjoy shoes do come up a little bit big. It is quite a sporty fit, and it's not necessarily got the most room in that toe box area, and it is quite a narrow heel as well. Now that's quite surprising, because when you look at the shoe, you would initially say that it's quite a wide looking shoe, but that's because they've really kind of splayed out the sides of that outsole there. Even though it's a different material, Footjoy are giving you their full 1-year waterproof warranty, although I haven't had a chance to do my full waterproof test on these, so I'm not sure how high up the tongue area you'll be able to go before that water starts coming through and gets your sock wet. I'll let you know in the full review. You can probably see on the bottom there, you've got this orange section, and that is called the stability bridge. And again, that is just trying to help to prevent the shoe from kind of twisting too much in your golf swing. That makes sense because the focus of this shoe is on performance, and I think Footjoy would probably say lightweight performance. So if you want a pair of golf shoes that feel more like a pair of trainers and are far softer underneath and give you a lot more flexibility in the range of motion on the outsole, and maybe a little bit of a softer upper as well, then there's other shoes in the Footjoy range. You're probably going to want to take a look at the Footjoy Flex or the Stratus, or even actually the Hyperflex. One other thing that I did just want to quickly mention that I've noticed from wearing these shoes around the house for the last few days is that in terms of the padding around the heel and on this ankle area, then it's not the thickest padding ever. It's quite thin. It's comfortable enough, and I don't think I'm going to have any problems out on the course. I wore these all day for a couple of days in a row around the house, and I didn't get any blisters or anything like that, so I haven't got the biggest concerns, but it'll just be interesting going in because, yeah, there's definitely more padded ankle and heel areas in the Footjoy range. If you take a close look at the material on the inside there of the shoe, then actually it looks very similar to what's in the Footjoy Pro SL Carbon. In fact, let's have a quick look here. Let's hold them up side by side. And yeah, you can see there actually on the Pro SL Carbon that material there is is thicker. Yeah, there's a lot more padding in the ankle there of that shoe, that's for sure. But yeah, the material is slightly different. Compare that to the Footjoy Fuel there. Yeah, not nearly as much padding there in that ankle area, and the material looks similar, but is slightly different. If you are thinking about buying a pair, then I have included my affiliate links down in the description below, and make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit that notification button so you'll get a little pop-up when I release my full review. If you are still thinking about buying a pair of spikeless golf shoes for this year and you're not sure which ones, then why not check out my top 5 spikeless golf shoes? I've included the link to the video right here.